So, simply put, finance is the management of money in a business.
It is the controlling and observing the supply of money in a business or the liquidity. It can be termed in two ways, short term or long term.
Right. As we've previously learned, basics is the key and people are very important in business. But today we will learn how important finance is to a business.
Allah কখন শিখবে যে how to run the business properly?
Right. Before we get to running the business, we need to learn what important concepts there are and what are the key contents of a business.
True.
Right?
True.
Only when you have the best ingredients can you make the best dishes.
Right.
So today we're going to learn the importance of finance in a business. Hello, students of business.
We are Commerce Coach back again with another episode, and this time it's on finance of business. আমরা ছোটকাল থেকে শুনছি ব্যবসা করতে টাকা লাগে, আবার এইটাও শুনছি ব্যবসা পারলে নাকি টাকা লাগে না।
True. In classic business sense though, we need finance to start or run a successful business, right? So today we're going to talk about some of the basics, some of the methods that we can source this finance, right? But আপনারা এটা মনে করবেন না যে when we're talking about finance, we're just referring to টাকা.
So it doesn't necessarily have to be that.
Right.
Finance can be line of credit, finance can be trade credit, etc., etc., etc. But those are complicated concepts. But like we always do, let's go through the basics first.
Right. Basics.
Okay, so now let's talk about the external source of finance. Money which is sourced from outside the business. Okay, so this is money that you take from outside the business, keeping your reputation on leverage. Okay, this can be turned into, categorized into two parts. Either it can be a short-term loan or a long-term loan.
Right.
Now let's talk about the short-term loans first. Okay, the first one being
one of the easiest sources of finance, right? Almost everybody who has any sort of access to financial tools has available to them. It's called an overdraft, right? Most banks and most bank accounts have this facility. Overdraft is যখন আমাদের অ্যাকাউন্টে কোনো টাকা নেই, right? You can take a small loan, right? A very small amount for a very small amount of time.
And the second one we can actually count as one is creditors, maybe.
Baki mal.
Okay, baki mal. Okay, in accounting we call this accounts receivable now. The new term is accounts receivable. Okay, so this is like you're not needing money right now. This is also a type of loan which you have to pay back.
Because what would I do with money? I would buy raw materials.
Buy raw materials or buy even finished goods, maybe for
whatever
your
my
inventory,
business is.
But I can buy it without money and can pay it back after selling it.
Right.
So the third one is, do you think, Shobhun, that credit card? Do you think?
Okay, there's a secret joke behind it because Shabab and I are childhood friends, and he knows about my dad, and he knows about the lessons of my dad, who has said that I should die before I get a credit card.
True.
Right? So credit card is a beautiful tool. It's a fantastic financial tool for banks and for banks and finance companies. Right? But we can't ignore the fact that it is a source of finance. Right? People can use this.
ধর ছোট মুদির দোকান মেবি, ছোট এন্টারপ্রেনার, ধর দোকানে মাল লাগবে, এখন নাই ডিসপ্লেতে কিছু, মানুষ আসতেছে, I have to keep something on my shelf.
Right.
I can go to a cash and carry warehouse. আমাদের দেশে
You
cash and carry
can't sell what you don't have.
Right, and cash and carry warehouse কারা? গুলশান ডিসিসি মার্কেট, নিউ মার্কেট. Okay, I can go there. I have my credit card which has a decent balance, maybe a decent credit of 50,000.
50,000 টাকা is good for your business.
And আমি একটা যে গুলশান ডিসিসি মার্কেট থেকে যে কোনো একটা হোলসেলের কাছ থেকে আমি ক্রেডিট কার্ড পাঞ্চ করে আমি আমার গুডস নিয়ে চলে আসবো.
So let's now move on to long-term sources of finance, right? First one is personal loan. So what is a personal loan? A personal loan is a loan that you take on yourself, but you're going to use for your business. That means who's the collateral? Who are you putting? ওই যে শাবাব যেটা ফার্স্টে বললো, you're putting your ইজ্জত on the line, right? Because somebody is going to give you the money, not your business. Somebody's going to give it to you. So it depends. If you're an upstanding person, পাঁচ ওয়াক্ত নামাজ পড়ো, মানুষ যদি তোমার ভালো জানে, they're more likely to give you the money.
Right.
Other than if you have bad habits and if you're not reliable.
Track recorder উপরে ম্যাটার
Right. Because that's something that you're using your personal reputation as backing for sourcing finance. It could be from neighbors, it could be from relatives, it could be from anywhere, really.
Anywhere outside the business.
Right, anywhere outside the business. But the important key fact here is you are the person who's taking the loan, not your business. The person giving the money will come to you and will never ask it from your business.
Right.
Another source of finance that a business has is through traditional banking channels. We call it a CC loan, right? So what is a CC loan? A CC loan is an amount of money that is allocated to you, but is not disbursed to you. There's a difference. Let's say Shabab is a company and I am a bank. Shabab asks for a loan of a CC loan of 5 lakh taka. Right? I say, Shabab, I've seen your transactions, I know about your assets, I will allocate 5 lakh taka of a CC loan credit, line of credit to you. Shabab has up to 5 lakhs to use at any given time, but he doesn't have to.
Right.
You don't have to take it right now if you don't want to. You need maybe 30,000 next month, you take 30,000 and you pay interest on 30,000.
Right, I know.
Not the 5 lakhs. So the good thing about CC loans is you have the finance available whenever you need it, first. Secondly, the other benefit is you only pay interest when you take the money out, right? And thirdly, when you have no money taken out, you pay no interest.
No interest.
Let's take a break from the content to talk about what we're trying to do here.
Right.
So if you have any feedback for us, any constructive criticism, any comments, anything you would like to say to us, please feel free to reach out to our Facebook, our YouTube, or any of our socials, right? We would love to hear from you.
Yes.
Anything that you want to learn in the future, you want us to talk about, if you like something in our video, if you dislike something in our video, please, we are more than open to your criticisms. Get in touch, follow our socials.
Get but likes na bollo hobe, dislike bollo bolli hobe.
Share amongst your friends if you think it will
Yes,
help.
please. Thank you.
So according to the literature, there are two main types of sources of finance. Let's talk about internal finance first. Internal finance is finance that an entrepreneur or the business might already have available to them.
So personal fund?
Right.
So personal fund can be any money which is available to you. Okay? For example, your savings, either salami,
Right.
বিয়ের গিফট, মায়ের কাছ থেকে গিফট, ব্যবসা শুরু করার জন্য,
বাপের কাছ থেকে
বাবার কাছ থেকে ইনহেরিটেন্স, ওকে, যে বাবার কিছু টাকা রয়ে গেছে ওটা দিয়ে আমি একটা
Right.
business শুরু
Some key facts of personal fund. It is any finance that you can get without having to pay it back.
paid back, right?
Right? You don't have the obligation to pay it back, and you also don't have the obligation of interest.
Right.
এইটাকেই পার্সোনাল ফান্ড বলে, যে ফান্ডটা তোমার কাছে আছে যেভাবেই হোক। So a second internal source is retained profits. It's like a fund that you generate for your business. তুমি মাসের শেষে 1000 টাকা প্রফিট করছো, you put away 200 টাকা in a savings account
Or
for
even
a
a
rainy
percentage.
fund.
Or even a percentage.
Right? You put it away in a separate account for a rainy day fund. You call that your retained profits fund, right? কখনো যদি expansion করতে হয়, suddenly you have to expand. You have an opportunity that instantly requires money. কই পাবো তখন? You go into your retained profits fund.
Right. So, and the third, another very popular happened to me. I think happened to you too. Okay, very popular method of
Happens
finance.
to all of the world.
All of the world. Okay, right. This is selling unutilized assets, selling unused asset to fund your business.
বাংলাদেশে এটা অনেক হয় যে people from villages, right, rural place, আমাদের গ্রামের এলাকার লোকজন, তারা কি করে, তারা তাদের একটা জমি বিক্রি করে তাদের ছেলেকে বিদেশ পাঠায়।
Even their livestock, the animals.
Right? Livestock, জমি, all of these things. These are not unused assets.
Right.
Let's get that clear. যে they are very useful assets and they are appreciating assets. But কেন সেল করতেছে? Because of the opportunity cost. তার অ্যাসেট থেকে সে যা ইনকাম করবে, he is expecting, যদিও সে হয়তো বা তোমাকে এক্সপ্লেইন করে বলতে পারবে না যে দ্যাটস দ্য ক্যালকুলেশন হি ইজ ডুইং ইন হিজ হেড, বাট হি ইজ এক্সপেক্টিং বাই হিজ সন গোয়িং অ্যাব্রড অ্যান্ড আর্নিং মানি দ্যাট ইজ গোয়িং টু জেনারেট মোর ইনকাম দেন দ্য অ্যাপ্রিসিয়েশন অর দ্য ইউটিলাইজেশন অফ দ্যাট ল্যান্ড।
So finally, let's talk about crowdfunding, another very popular source for external finance long term. Okay,
Right.
so crowdfunding is when there are some websites. Have you gone to Kickstarter?
Kickstarter.com.
Yeah,
Right.
Kickstarter.com, guys. Go, finish this video. Go to Kickstarter.com. See the business ideas. It's a website where you put your business plan and you write the amount, how much money you need to execute that plan, and you can get investors for that business.
এটা তো হলো মডার্ন ডে কন্টেম্পোরারি ক্রাউডফান্ডিং।
Yes.
লেটস টক অ্যাবাউট ট্রেডিশনাল ক্রাউডফান্ডিং, যুদ্ধের পরে আমাদের বাপদাদারা যেটা করছে,
আরে আকবর করছে।
রাইট, যেটা হলো সুদে টাকা আনা। রাইট, আই হ্যাভ আ বিজনেস, আমি ট্রেডিং ডে টু ডে, আমি এই জায়গা থেকে মাল কিনে ওই জায়গায় সেল করতেছি। I could expand, so I go to mahajons,
Right.
or people with money,
সুদে দিয়ে।
and then I could tell them যে আমার ট্রেডিশনাল ব্যাংকিং এ আমার অ্যাভেলেবল নাই, আমার কাছে ফান্ড, আপনি আমাকে কিছু টাকা দেন, আমি আপনাকে মাসে মাসে সুদ দিব, যে কদিন আপনার টাকা আমার কাছে থাকবে আমি আপনাকে মাসে মাসে সুদ দিব।
And which is higher than any bank.
হ্যাঁ, which will be considerably higher than any bank is paying right now. And যখন আমি মনে করবো যে আমি আর টাকাটা সুদ দিতে পারবো না, আমি আপনাকে টাকা ফেরত দিয়ে দেবো। আর আপনি যদি মনে করেন যে আমি আর সুদ খাবো না, আমার টাকাটা লাগবে, আপনি আমার কাছে চাবেন, আমি আপনাকে টাকা দিয়ে দিই।
Lol. So I think we are done with all the external sources of
Right,
finance, okay?
and just all the finance
And
sources.
all the sources of finance, even internal too. Okay. Okay. So, like always, আমরা alwaysই try করবো to relate these business concepts with real life examples, and gradually and slowly, by seeing us, by listening to us, you would know that a business does not lie only in theory, not only in practice, but somewhere in the middle.